it's really like hitting a nerve every time. That's what I try to do in my music, because I hit a nerve every time in my music. Like when I be listening to it, I be like, dang man, like I did that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a message to yourself, you feel what I'm saying? That's what everybody should be aiming for, instead of just going there and blah blah. Hey, this Baby Zay checking in. This is my official day at Patchwerk. And I'm from Atlanta. I was born in New York though, but I've been out here 22 years, so we is the music, I feel like.
It's been too many times I've been stabbed in the back. I blew through 500,000 on fat. But I run on that reason her pussy get wet. I don't go nigga mad cause I run up my check. I don't care where you at, better throw up your set. If you a bitch, best that you say that. If you want some smoke with Zay, I give him what he want. On time.
I like all type music. Like it ain't no style that I just like kinda like try to stick with. Like,
hey Scooter, you got this shit knocking.
If you ever try to leave me, it's a homicide. I got 4 shooters sitting in a Hellcat.
First it started out with my producer Scooter 3K, Busy. You got Zay with the play. The first vibe started off with them, so they'll help me create it. I'll vibe out in the studio. Shout out to Dulio, you know, she come in there. We just vibe out together. Like I feel like you ever been around somebody so long and then they understand you as a person. Like that's why I feel like when she come in the studio, like, okay, now I can vibe, I can dance, I can do, you know what I'm saying? Like really feel it and tell the story that I need to tell, instead of like you be in there, you get brain fart because you by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I'm pushing my bars, I'm working my way to the top. You cannot dodge all these bullets, I'm shooting a movie. I'm in the streets with a national groupie. Look at this money, Jim, what would it do to me? I'm at the tell where you gotta speak fluently.
I like the Cooley. Cooley was always like, he was like he was like a Lil Wayne. Migos, Drake, it was kind of like in that order, but the first person was Gucci Mane though. He done put a lot of people in position. Like I sat down and read both of his books. Like just sat down like learning him as a person, because that was the first person story I liked it. So I was like, it was touching though, because it was like kind of relatable to like what I was doing, like what I had going on. Like, okay, he doing the same thing. He's not no different from me. He still got the same story. Like he still go through stuff behind the music. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made me like really tap into him. So I felt like I had to though, because he was the first person. And I can't forget Future either. Can't forget him. What brought me here to Patchwerk is ATL Jacob. I remember back then when he first started making his beats, he used to always mention Patchwerk. He used to always mention it. And I was like, man, why you keep going to Patchwerk, man? Why you keep going? And he was like, man, I just gotta go. So looking at him today, like motivated me, like, okay, why did he always go to Patchwerk? Let me take the footsteps there. Let me follow his footsteps. You know what I'm saying? Like being an artist though, you know, he's a producer. I'm being an artist with it. So I came up here, just vibed out. Really, everything really came from ATL Jacob. Just listening to him back then. And now it's like, okay, he did kind of leave a message back then. So let me listen to the message now. Today I'm working on like a project. I'm working on like a few singles to drop before like a big album. I'm really working for like over the years, so I can, you know, anytime I can just sit down and really have time to market myself. So that's what I'm really working on, like plenty of songs, staying in the studio, you know, working on my craft, perfecting it.
Wanna check, I gotta get a check, need a big check. On my lens, I see Cartier, I don't got no face. The ones who stab me in my back, they wanna get a chance again. Hey, they wanna get a chance again. Hey, run up me a bag again.
I got a single being released in 2023 called Curtains. It's featuring Matt Sauce. You know, it's a remix. And I also got a single that I'm gonna promote. You're gonna hear it all over the radio, everywhere on the East Coast, West Coast, all platforms, videos. I'm gonna have everything you need. I don't wanna hear no excuse on why you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Why you ain't get it, but I'm working on Ghost though. That's like my biggest project that I'm working on. And that is a single. And I'm working on, also, I'm putting together an album for 2 years from now. It's like 2025, I'm working on the album right as we speak right now. you wanna get signed, because a label can show you more than what you don't know. Because I done ran into a lot of artists that think they know this is the route, but you know, this is not the route. You know, so I done talked to a few labels, and you know, everything don't always be to your likings, you know, but as long as you run into the right ones, I feel like a label is cool. You always want that extra support plus your support that you came with. So that's a part of like having relationships. So yeah, I would want to be signed. My goal is to, you know, build relationships with every artist. Like, that's my goal, just seeing what I can create with everybody. Like, not trying to be closed-minded to no one. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel. That's why I always like try to keep a good relationship. That's not even just with music. That's with everything I do. I always try to keep a good face in, because you never know if you're gonna need that bridge again. I would tell my younger self, stay out the streets, stay in school, listen to your mama, stack your money, learn, listen, don't be hard-headed, stack your money again, keep learning. Just keep learning as you go. Hey, I want y'all to follow me at @1BabyZay, 1baby_Zay with 2 Y's. I want you to follow me on TikTok and Twitter, the #1 Baby Zay. Shout out to Patchwerk, and it's my official day at Patchwerk.